Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jeff, and this is where I share my personal gun collection and on occasion my passion for watches. It's been kind of crazy on this end. If you've been following the channel, we are in the midst of selling my current home, and we are purchasing a new home that's being built, which will be done very soon. So we're pretty excited. At the same time, we're like emotionally just drained. It's been pretty crazy. There's been a lot of updates as far as what's going to happen on the channel in the future. If you've been following, I purchased a 2019 Grand Sport Corvette that is now sold. So I officially have put a deposit down on a 2021 C8 Corvette. So that will be on the channel hopefully this coming summer. I'm on the list. Everything's been verified, so it looks like that's definitely going to take place. So short-lived, the C7 is gone. So with that being said, we are going to compare the Springfield XDM 4.5, and the gun is clear, to the Canik TP9SFX, and this gun is clear. If you'd like to see a full review of both these guns, I'll provide a link in the description below. And in the meantime, we're going to click that fast forward button if you guys would like to join me to the range. It's going to be a quick range time. It's not going to be very long. We'll head back to the house and then we'll do our final comparisons. So I will see you guys there. Well, at least I have a gorgeous view while I am still sitting in traffic. We will get there. This range is about 2 hours away from my house, and it is towards the ocean. So right now everybody is driving to the beach, rightfully so. It's gorgeous, it's summertime, why not? So yeah, I'm very thankful that the views out here are pretty nice. Nothing but land for the most part. I can't complain about that. Living in the suburbs, anytime we get a chance to see a bunch of land, we're pretty thankful for it. So for all you guys that live out in Pennsylvania or Virginia or anywhere else has a bunch of land, I idolize you guys. I wish we had it, but we don't. So this is one of the perks of driving to the range and seeing these amazing views. So back to traffic, and I'll see you guys at the range. We're shooting CCI Spear 115 grain ammo, and this is again 9mm, and we're gonna start off with the Canik. It's gonna feel a little slimmer than the XDM, and the trigger is a little lighter, about a 3.5 pound pull. And with the red fiber optic in the front, it is similar on both guns. I can pick it up just as easy regardless of which gun I'm shooting, but the blacked out rear sights on the Canik is more beneficial for me. Shooting a 4-inch plate, 15 yards, wasn't really too hard. The gun picks up very well as it should. The Springfield XDM with a 4.5-inch barrel, shooting at 15 yards, was amazing, but at 25, as you can see, it is pretty easy to pick up that red fiber optic. It doesn't have a rear blacked out sight. That's kind of a downfall, but again, the gun shoots amazing. And just like that, we are back from the range. We're not going to go too far in depth with the Canik and the Springfield XDM. If you'd like to see those full reviews, again, they will be in the description below. But now we have a baseline of how these guns feel, because it's been a little bit since I've shot both of them. And also in full disclosure, this is not my firearm. This was lent to me by a viewer, of which I'm greatly appreciative for. So maybe in this point of your training or your collecting of firearms, you want to find a firearm that's a little different, that's outside the box, that is not, well, I dare not say the name, but how about I won't? Everybody knows what this is. So if you're not looking for one of these and you want to look for something a little bit different, these are a couple of choices that you may like. So getting started, looking at the case, this has a lot to offer. Again, I'm not going to go through every single thing, but as a comparison's sake, looking at the Springfield compared to the Canik, and here's your Canik case, this also has a lot to offer. So the point is, which would you prefer if you're looking at these two for value points? So let's dive into it. So you're going to have 2 magazines. It's going to come with the Canik. These are going to be larger capacity magazines. This gun is more tailored towards competition use, and this is more tailored towards your everyday use, such as home defense, maybe at the range, and so on. So again, remember, this is not tailored towards your everyday use. It's more for competition use. Can you use it for that? Absolutely. What you use this for is completely up to you. The Canik is going to give you the ability to use an RMR, which is the reason why you're going to have plates. The Springfield will not have that option. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then obviously you're going to go towards the Canik. Price point, mid 400s or so, and this is going to be right around $600 or less. Now, with the Springfield XDM, first things first, we'll make sure it's clear. As you can see, there is no RMR. You do have rear sights that are not blacked out. If that is something that you are concerned about, the Canik does have blacked out rear sights. But both of them are going to have your fiber optic in red. And as we can see here. Okay? And before we go any further, this gun is clear too. So you're going to have that as far as an option on both firearms. You're going to have rear caulking indicators on both. And again, this is going to be a rear notched out sight that is blacked out. As I stated before, you're going to have that option for an RMR to be cut out. Now, this gun, I can tell you, as we've seen in footage, shoots very accurate. It's a great shooting gun. This trigger is amazing. We will do a trigger pull right now. And as you can see, this is a very light trigger. Now, is that a concern for you? Well, it might be. This is going to be a heavier trigger. For home defense, I prefer to have a heavier trigger. This also has true 1913 rails. So if you'd like to take a light and put it on your firearm, it will not wiggle. Well, maybe just a tad bit, but it locks in there. Is that a deal breaker for some? Yeah, absolutely, for some people that is, because with the Canik, it's not a true 1913 rail. So though you could probably fit this on there, it's not going to fit snug. Yeah, I can even lock that on right now. So that is something for you to think about if you're looking for the Canik. 1913 rail might be a deal breaker for you. Again, we're not going to dive into every single specifics about both these firearms. That will be in a link below. Now, as far as how these shoot, I can pick up the red fiber optic on both these very easily. The gun, this Springfield XDM is about a 4.5 inch barrel. So for me, for outside the waistband, if I was to carry outside the waistband, this is probably as big as I want to go. I'm not sure I want to go any bigger than that. That's my personal preference. So you really have to decide what you're using this gun for. The Springfield, does not come with a holster as well. So that's something else that maybe you want to think about. I absolutely love this holster that comes with the Canik. It is very tactile. I mean, hear that? It locks in so well. This is a great holster. I use it all the time at the range, no complaints. So they both have their pluses and minuses. The price point for the XDM is higher. This is obviously lower, but you're going to have an option to use an RMR and not an RMR. This is going to be a lot longer. This is going to be a shorter platform, 4.5 inch barrel. So it really depends on what you want to use these guns for. For myself, I have plenty of guns for different scenarios. So I would pick the Canik. This is one of my favorite range guns to use. And that is because for my home defense, I've already have other firearms that I would use. And if anybody's wondering, of course, this is clear. So it's completely up to you. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these guns. I just wanted to point out the different factors of the pluses and minuses. Obviously, there are other things incorporated into these guns that we can go over pretty much all day long. The packaging, it has a lot to offer for these budget price points. So it is completely up to you. Let me know what you guys think, which one you guys would choose. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys at the next review, and have a good one. Cheers.